Hello everyone and welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 video. Today we're going to talk about the new Elite Specialization for warriors, and it is called the Bladesworn. So in this video we're going through the weapon spells, the utility spells, and the talent and build. So basically it's going to be in like 3 parts, where you first go through the basic weapon spells that you get with the weapon, the new weapon that the Bladesworn can use. Then we go through the utility spells, like the healing spells and the other spells you could use on the right side. And then at the end we're going through the talents to see what kind of build can you create, what which potential has the build you can do for different things. But enough talk, let's go directly to it. So it is quite important to know that the Bladesworn, the new Elite Specialization for warriors, is using a pistol as offhand. So basically if we go to inventory, you can see here I have a pistol as offhand. You can't put it in main hand, it's only for offhand, which gives new abilities. And you probably think, oh god, it's only giving me 2 abilities then. No. It's giving you a lot of spells, and trust me, you're probably thinking, what the hell is he talking about? It's just an offhand. Well, let me show you. Because as you can see in the bottom of my screen right now, yes, we have the number 4, we have number 5, which is from the offhand, but also you have a whole new weapon build you can go into. So you can see here, unsheathed gunsaber. Basically when you click on this one, you draw out a big 2-handed sword which is combined into a gun. You can also see you have like a sheet here, and you get full new 5 abilities. Like, oh my god, like you get 5 new abilities. And trust me, it's not only that. When you use this one called Dragon Trigger, you're even getting another spells you can use in this stance. But we're gonna come back to that when we go into combat. So trust me, this left hand pistol is not just 2 spells. It's actually like 5 plus 5 plus 2. And the most crazy thing about this build is you cannot switch to other weapons in combat. Basically it says here, gain access to gunsaber as an alternate weapon set, but lose the ability to swap to other weapon sets during combat. Adrenaline is replaced with flow, so you don't have adrenaline, you have like this flow, which you can see here, and you cannot switch. I mean, of course I can switch to another weapon here, like now, out of combat, but in combat you can't. No. So it's actually not that important to actually have another weapon down here, since your gunsaber is going to be your second weapon. But enough talking, let's get to combat. So let's go through the weapon spells and see, kind of test them. We're going through each spell and testing them at the same time. So first of all, we have our number 4 and number 5, which you can use in normal combat without going into the gun sheet or gunsaber. The number 4 one is you quickly step forward to strike your foe while reloading your gun and restore 5 ammo. Oh, sorry, restore 3 ammos, but you can have like up to 5. And it's saying basically it's number 5 spell here. So you can see here that ammo restored 3, deal some damage and so on. Let's just test it out. So we have this guy here, move against him, like you're basically charging to him in a short distance. I mean, you can use it up to range of 300. So this is like the maximum range you can use it for. And then it restores 5 ammo. 3 ammo. As you can see right now on number 5 spell here, it already has 6 ammo, so it's not really useful to use right now. I should probably first use my number 5 to use my ammo, and basically it says fire all barrels in your hand cannon to deal damage to foes in front of you. This skill consumes all ammo when fired and pushes you back slightly. Damage per bullets, 260 in this case, up to 3 targets, maximum 6 bullets, and so on. And you can see here, so if I use number 5, it's using all the bullets, deals insane damage up to 3100, and now it only has 1 bullet, and then it keeps charging around to get another bullet, another bullet, another bullet. But I can cheat using my number 4, getting up to 3. Now I have again already 6, using my number 5, and boom. It's pretty efficient, if I would say, like super efficient. But that's like the weapon spells you get with the offhand pistol. But that's not the one we're interested in. We are interested in the gunsaber, which is the cool new 2-handed sword, which is, I mean, it is cool in a way. But I think a lot of people is going to complain about like they can't change the look of it. Because I mean, if we go into a wardrobe and we kind of want to change how my pistol looks like, that's not going to be the case. You are going to live with this weapon skin for the rest of your life. if you're gonna play this specialization, you're gonna look at this weapon skin all the time. You can't change it. So even if you have your legendary sword, sorry man, you can't change it. I mean, maybe the developers are going to make some kind of thing where you can do it, but as I know from right now, no, not possible. Okay, let's get directly to it. So let's test the first spells. First of all, we have like a totally standard one where you slash, then you strike, and then you hit your foe with a final brutal stab and fire shot cause secondary explosion. So basically slash, and then slash with explosion. We can see how it looks. Slash, explosion. Pretty cool. Then we have a second spell which has 2 charges and slash with your blade and release a volley of explosions. And it has 130 range. And another charge. And then both charges are on cooldown. Then we have number 3, artillery slash, has 900 range. So this is actually like a melee and ranged build. Shoots a shell from your sword that explodes on the first enemy hit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It cripples also, and it can hit up to 5 target. Wow. And it has 3 charges, so you can just go crazy. Then we have Cyclone Trigger. You spin and block enemy projectiles, strikes all foes in melee range, and then fires shots at foes out of melee range. So basically, if I stand here and use it, it's going to shoot them all. But if I stand here, it's going to attack this guy with melee and shoot at these 2. And the melee is actually dealing more damage than ranged. Not much, but still a bit. And also you block at the same time you're using it, and the block is like, it's lasting 1.5 seconds. So it's pretty cool. Again, it has 2 charges, so you can pretty much use it like fast after each other. The last spell we have in this case here is a break step. Launch forward with explosive force. There we go. So you are basically leaving an explosion where you're standing. So if someone is standing at you, you're gonna damage them for, in this case, 300 damage. Then you get fury, so basically you get like stronger, and that's pretty much it. Like that's it. Like boom. Then you probably think, okay, are we done now? Is that all the spells? No. We have first started. See, the thing is, when you go into combat, instead of getting rage or whatever you get as a warrior, you're getting what called flow. And as you can see, I keep getting flow, and when I, kind of leave this guy, I'm still in combat and still keep getting flow. You can see it's just keep like increasing all the time, like increase. And it's singing. What the hell? So you can see I keep getting flow, and it's pretty cool. Like, works very, very well. And you're probably thinking, what can I use this for? Well, your second spell here, Dragon Trigger, is then using it. It's taking all the flow, basically draining all the flow, and put it into these charges. And you can see you can stand in this trigger stance for 1.5 minutes. So basically I can just stand like this for 1.5 minutes. And we're going to take the spells from the right side this time because it's pretty cool. Again, 2 charges. Number 5 is basically teleporting you. So you look like a super samurai. You're like, hoya, hoya. And number 4, using this skill will not in Dragon Trigger, but it will give you a block. Like, it will give you like an Aegis, which blocks the next incoming attack for like 2 seconds. Is it like, yeah, 2 seconds? Like, haha, block. Haha, block. So you get both block at the same time, and you can like port. Like, if you have 2 teleports and you have 2 blocks, which is like super samurai-ish. Then you have 3 spells here, which are pretty close to each other. Depending on how many charges you have, it will either deal 7% more damage, 14% more damage, or 21% more damage. So in this case, when I have full charges, these 3 spells here will all deal 21% more damage. But the difference between these is the first one deals most damage, the second one deals medium damage, and this one deals the weakest damage. But This one has only 300 range, this one has 750 range, this one has 900 range. So if your target is like medium range, you should always use like Dragon Slash Boost. If your enemy is far away, in this case, I could use Dragon Slash Reach. But if it's very close, you want to deal the most damage and use Dragon Slash Foes. Okay, let's go. Oh shit, we have to get back into the stance. Haha. Haha. Let's get back into the stance. We used 1 minute in there. There you go. Dragon Trigger. So let's see. Let's use the one that takes the most range, and it is this one. Boom. You saw that big moving thing in the cloud, like just blowing against. Let's try another one. Let's try number 2. Okay, so it seems like, number 2 is actually dash. So this one here is slash to create a blade, so basically you're striking, like creating a long distance spell. This one is actually dashing forwards, you can see like this, and without falling down this time. And the last one is basically just a normal hit. Let's try that one too. F2, and let's try number 1. Boom. Like you saw, it like created an explosion and big swipe in front of me. So that is basically all the abilities for the gunsaber, the broad, what do we call him? The Bladesworn. So basically that's all his standard abilities. Now we got to talk about the utility spells, which is, the spells on the right side. And in this case, we of course got a healing spell. We have 4 different spells for, you can say in my KXC mouse click. And then we of course have 1 ultimate spell. Let's start with the healing spell. So heal yourself and enter stim state. When stim state expires, you are healed again. Using this skill while in stim state, grant boons. So basically you can use it where it heals 1 time, 3000. You can, and then after, what does it say? Stim state is 5 seconds. Then after 5 seconds, you heal again 3000. So basically 3000, 5 seconds, 3000. But you have 2 charges on it. And if you use it again while you are in these 5-second stim state, you're basically getting boons, which is like quickness, fury, and vigor. So basically you can try use it now. Healing, and it gives me healing. It actually gives me also might in this case. And now using again, and I get boons. The might, not sure, it's probably from some kind of talent. But as you can see, but also you have to if you use it same time, you already have it active. You're getting 3 heals total, healing from active, healing from active, healing from ending. If you use it without overlapping, you're getting 4 healings, because then you're getting healing, out of healing, out of the stance healing, healing, and out of healing, you know what I mean. So you can choose between, do you want 3 healings and boons, or do you want 4 healings but no boons? That's the choice you have. So you have to decide, am I dying right now, or I just need a little heal and then a bit more damage, you know what I mean. So again, use the healing, use it 1 more time, and get boons. Vigor, Fury, Quickness. Really cool. So that's the healing spell we have. Next one up, we have the Flow Stabilizer. Increase the flow rate and gain stability if you already have stability. Gain additional flow. So basically you're getting more flow. So basically this flow down here that we use in the Dragon Trigger, basically to gain our charges. So we can shoot at targets like this. If I use this one, then it will increase the flow. As you can see, the flow is it's charging rapidly up. It's almost like I'm getting as much as I need. And then again, I can use my ultimate spells. At the same time, it also gives stability, and again, it has 2 charges, which is pretty cool. And you can see here the positive flow is here. Then we have Bulletproof Barrier. Throw device that explodes when it lands, which leaves behind a barrier that blocks projectiles. So basically, you can use it as you can see here, like a damage. So I can throw it here, damage, and now it blocks all projectiles. But I could also use it in front of me and block all the projectiles. So if I had a ranger here attacking me, he will not be able to attack me now, since it says it blocks all projectiles. I assume that's how it works. But again, deals damage and has again 3 charges, which is pretty insane. That's actually quite good. Then we have Dragon Spike Mine. Evade backwards while dropping a mine that cripple foes this skill recharges Dragon Trigger. Oh, so if we just use Dragon Trigger to deal this damage, we can then use roll back, Dragon Trigger, and shoot again. And on the same time it left a mine there, which is dealing 500 damage in my case and cripples the target. Pretty cool. And then we have one more spell which is like locked, so I have to get out of combat to get that one out again. There we go. So we got the last one here, which is Electric Fence. Throw a device that leaves behind a wall of energy, crippling foes that pass through it. Foes that are already crippled become immobilized, and its duration it's up for 5 seconds, and it has 2 charges, and every charge is coming back on 30 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Like so that basically means we have like a project, we can like set up shields here so people they can't shoot at me, but at the same time you can also set up shields that basically tells people you cannot run through here. So in this case we can do like this here. So if people go through it, they basically not taking damage, but they are just getting crippled. And if they already are crippled, in this case you can see now he's crippled, but if he already was crippled, he would then get immobilized. Cool. Then we have reload ammo on all your profession skills. Basically what this means is that all the charges I have, you can see I have charges on all my spells. Charges, like the number in the top right corner. It basically reloads all my spells with 1 charge. So if, for example, if I used this, using all my spells, using this one, boom, 1 charge to everything. Like if you really have used all your spells or your important spells, you can use then on your ultimate, which only has 1 minute cooldown, and you get 1 stack back on all of them, which is insane. It is pretty insane. So that is all the utilities basically. So pretty simple. Let's get to the build and talents and go through them. Okay, so if we go into the talents, let's go back to the build here. Here we have it, Bladesworn, which basically do so you can use pistol in your offhand. Then you have your first spell here, which called Gun Sword. Gain access to gunsaber as an alternate weapon set, but loses ability to swap to other weapon set during combat. And Adrenaline is replaced with Flow. Cool, as we know. Then you have these 3 spells you can choose between: River's Flow, Swift as Wind, and Unseen Sword. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's go with the first one. Incoming healing increased. Healing yourself increases flow rate. So basically, healing to you is increased, but also if you heal yourself, your flow is increased, which is pretty cool. And it's 10% increase for like the healing. Movement skills grant swiftness and increase flow rate. Nice. Swapping weapon strikes all nearby foes while not active out of combat unless an enemy is within range. Swapping weapon strikes all nearby enemies. After delay, deliver a circular attack to foes around you, increasing flow rate. I assume this is also working with like unsheathed gunsaber. Or else it wouldn't really make sense, because you swapping weapon strikes all. Okay, because I mean you're not able to swap weapons since we're not allowed to because of the in combat. So I wonder if that's only for like working here, but I see you could use this for other weapons builds. Then we have Dragon Scale Defense. If you are struck while in Dragon Trigger, gain protection. Offensive. Unshackled Mountain, using the final round of ammo on ammunition skill. Grand Barrier, cool. Fierce as Fires, using the final round of ammo on ammunition skill, drops a flame shield that burns nearby foes. Lush Forest, using the final round of ammo on ammunition skill, reduce the recharge of all equipped skills. Wow, but I like this burning. Then we have Guns and Glory, gain ferocity for a short duration when you hit with an explosion. This affects stacked duration. Okay. Immortal Dragon. Dragon Slash heals you for a percentage of the damage dealt. Wow. That's actually quite cool. Like so the dragon spells I can keep using, is basically going to heal me for quite a lot, for 8%. Cool. Dragon Slash become unblockable, ignores blindness, and stun foes on hit. Ooh. Dragon Slash has lower maximum charge level, but re-enters Dragon Trigger if you can pay the flow cost. So if you have 10 flow, Dragon Slash has lower maximum charge level, but re-enters Dragon Trigger if you can pay the flow cost. So that basically means if you already have 10 flow, you can just keep re-entering it all the time. Mind-blowing. Really cool. Okay, so that's basically the build, the talents, everything for the Bladesworn. So, I mean, that's the Bladesworn. We have been through everything. We've been through weapon spells, utility spells, talent and builds, and that's it. That's the Bladesworn. I hope you enjoyed the video. This video is all about teaching you like the basics, the fundamentals of the game, of this build, and then of course here from you can become better and better than me, and explore how you can use these mechanics. I just shown you the basics of it. And if you have never tried Guild Wars 2, well, there's a link in the description you can click on, then you can create a free account, and it's basically sponsored from ArenaNet. So if you use the link and you create a free account, I'll basically get some kind of support. So I really appreciate if you're new to the game and you want to use my link for it. It would be pretty cool. You can also pre-order the game, the new expansion, through my link below. It will also support me, and I really appreciate it if you do that too, if you of course need to pre-order the game. So thanks for watching, have a nice evening everyone, and we'll see you hopefully next year when the game is releasing in February. Thanks for watching, bye!